Okay. Welcome to First Sundays. First Sundays provides a place where you can gather to share deeply our hopes, our dreams, our aspirations, and grief while being guided by the four paths of creation spirituality. During our time together, we will honor each other, ourselves, our ancestors, the earth, and the universe. We will be looking at our lives and the world we live in through the lens of creation spirituality. We will spend time discussing and examining current issues and ideas as presented in the talks given at our May 2025 virtual gathering. All are welcome. This is open and inclusive community. And we invite you to join us in any way that feels comfortable. Um, Use gallery view so that you can see everyone, and remember about the line in the middle that you can make the screen bigger or us bigger. And use the chat button at the bottom of the screen if you have questions, comments, responses, and we will meet for about 90 minutes. And our team members are Patty, Lori, Margie, Cheryl, and Carolyn, and Michael. And Margie and Cheryl couldn't be with us tonight. Cheryl's going to be joining us as she drives to Oregon, I think she said. Creation spirituality is the age-old tradition of listening to the story of spirit told by creation that embodies it. We listen through deep communion with nature. We listen to the voices of mystics from all spiritual traditions, such as Rumi, Buddha, Hildegard, Black Elk, and Jesus. I will turn it over to Patty for the fourth principle.
Each month, we celebrate one of the 12 principles of creation spirituality. So for April, in our lives, it's through the work of spiritual practice that we find our deep and true selves. And through the arts of meditation and silence, we cultivate a clarity of mind and move beyond fear into compassion and community. So this month, we are going to revisit a presentation that was given as Lori said, at the May 2025, last year's Creation Spirituality gathering. And we have the honor of having Mel Bricker, who did that presentation, to be with us and to host it for us. So we're going to replay the short video because all the talks were only 15 minutes long. So we're going to have Mel with us. And one of the reasons we're doing this is because by some miracle, those talks each matched one of the 12 principles of creation spirituality. And honestly, I can tell you, we didn't plan it that way. It just turned out. So Mel, do you want to do a little prep before we play your video?
No, I just would say that the gatherings are a wonderful time to come together and explore these things.
Yeah.
And I was glad to be a part of it. Oops. Got a phone somewhere.
Now that we have
Get
all
rid of
met,
it just a minute. I'll get rid of it.
now that we've met together, let's welcome ourselves into this circle. Please introduce yourself by stating, well, it should, are we putting that in the chat or saying it out loud? I think I probably needed to edit that. Patty?
Yeah. I think we're few enough people so we can just say it out loud.
Okay. Okay. We take time to introduce ourselves by stating the name you wish to be called, the pronouns you would like to use to be referred to you, where on the planet you are speaking from, and the name of the ancestors who live or have lived on the land on which you reside today. And if anybody's not sure where that may be, you can look up native-land.ca, type in your zip code, and it will tell you who resided on the land before you. So that's what we do at that time. So I'll start. I'm Lori Crockett. I live in Winchester, Virginia. My pronouns are she and her, and I live on the lands that previously belonged to the Manahoic and the Shawnee.
And I'm Patty McGrath. My pronouns are she, her, and I live on the land of the Manahoac and the Piscataway Conoy peoples. The Manahoacs were on both sides of the Potomac River, Lori's side, which is the Virginia side, and the Maryland side as well.
I'm Sylvia Dis. I live very close to Patty. My pronouns she and her, and I live near the Potomac River, Maryland. And the Piscataway are my ancestors too.
My name's Michael. I'm coming from Berkeley, California, and he, him, and it's the Ohlone land and peoples.
Well, I'm Mel Bricker. Oops.
Whoops. You're muted.
You're muted, Mel.
Mel Bricker. Pronouns he, him. I'm speaking to you from Walnut Creek, California, which is in the Bay Area, east. And I've forgotten the name, but it's a sub-tribe of the Miwok.
Joyce, you were going to speak?
Yes, I'm Joyce Ramey. I'm in Fort Myers, Florida, in the Caloosahatchee River, and our local tribe was the Calusa Indians, who were completely exterminated. Since then, the Seminoles moved into South Florida, but we honor the Calusa Indians on the first Sunday of every month at my church.
Marilyn?
Yes, hi, my name is Marilyn Schramm. I have no preference for pronouns. I've been called a he, although I'm a biological female. It doesn't bother me. I don't care what people call me. And I live in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. I left the United States literally this month, 9 years ago, 2017.
Oh.
So the indigenous here, there's probably many tribes that existed before Spanish colonialism. And I would just like to say, I did read that the King of Spain has actually offered apology to the people of Mexico. I think it's wonderful.
Wow. Suzanne?
I'm looking up. I never know who lived here in Los Angeles. I don't care about the pronouns. I guess I'm Ms. Suzanne Taylor, Los Angeles. So the Gabrielino, who are believed to have arrived in Los Angeles from the Mojave more than 2,000 years ago, were the people who canoed out to greet Spanish explorer Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo in 1542 upon his arrival off the shores of Santa Catalina and San Pedro. My little factoid.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
I
Welcome.
think I'm last. Don't don't move on quite yet. My name's Carolyn Million, and I'm also from the San Francisco Bay areas. Our pronouns are he and kin, and I'm from Alameda. From the Ohlone peoples.
Great. Welcome. Okay, I think we're all welcomed into the circle now. So at this time, we will take a moment to employ the gaze of Darshan, making eye contact with the holiness in each other. Darshan is the loving gaze that restores both the giver and the received. Thank you for joining our circle. You are welcome in this circle. You are welcome, whoever you are, however you identify racially, whoever your people are, wherever you are from, and with whatever beliefs guide the purpose of your life. Aho.
Oh,
And now, as we have welcomed those who are sharing this virtual circle with us, let us move more deeply into the connection with our Creator or Source. You're invited to take a few slow, deep breaths. Invite your body to relax and to soften anything that has become too tight within. Shake yourself out a bit. Become more comfortable in your own skin. Follow the rising and falling of your breath. Center in your personal rhythm. Invite yourself in your own way to turn your awareness to the vital life force that is within and all around you, and the vital love force that binds the universe together. Hold a moment in stillness with us. Let the stillness surround you. Invite yourself to become present to the deep reservoir of life that resides in this stillness. As a symbol of this renewed connection with our Creator, if it feels comfortable to you, we invite you to light a candle. You can light a real candle, hold a picture of a candle, or find a candle on your cell phone, or imagine that your thumb is a candle. All of these lights remind us of the one light, the first light, our connection to the first beginning, the great flaring forth of creation. We now acknowledge this light and remember that everything in the known universe has its origin in a single point of light. We all stand together in the light of creation. And we'll take a couple of seconds here to honor the 4 directions. We want to honor the 7 sacred directions together. We honor the Creator that we experience below us in the firmness of the earth, the Creator that grounds us and holds us. We honor the Creator that we experience above us in the radiance of the heavens, the Creator that fills us with inspiration. We honor Creator that we experience within us in the fire of the human heart. It is the warmth from which we extend our compassion, and we honor the Creator that we experience all around us. Aho. Amen. I'm going to turn it over to Michael for body prayer.
mm.
Good to be singing with all of us. We have to mute because if we try to sing at the same time, it won't work across the ways. But our homes will know that we're singing, and the universe will know we're singing. And so we always try to choose some link to what we're going to be talking about today. And in a way, guess I'm saying that it's a kind of an Easter gift to just say, how is chant a art as meditation? And so I thought I would reflect on that with us today. But I'm just going to sing a line and have you sing it back, and we'll see if we can put something together here. I feel it deep, deep, your turn. I feel it deep, deep. I feel it down, down, your turn. I feel it down, down. I feel it deep down in my soul. I feel it deep down in my soul. So there's only 8 words. So we're going to try it again. I feel it deep, deep. I feel it deep, deep. I feel it down, down. I feel it down, down. I feel it deep down in my soul. So let's see if we can put it together. I feel it deep, deep. I feel it down, down. I feel it deep down in my soul. I feel it deep, deep. I feel it down, down. I feel it deep down in my soul. So we're just going to notice that it's 8 words, and we just start playing with those 8 words. We're also going to notice it's all 1-syllable words. So everything has one sound to it, one word to it. And so it just allows us to take a song and really enjoy it and really play with it. A, because it's so short, and B, because it's going to be something we could change words out really fast and it wouldn't matter. And so my first reflection is, all right, once we've got a tune in our heads, we've got, I feel it deep, deep. I feel it down, down. I feel it deep down in my soul. And I go up on that one, deep down in my soul. I feel it deep, deep. I feel it down, down. I feel it deep down in my soul. So that's where I drop it at the end. So again, I'm just trying to open up the Easter egg of how chants work on this day and use it as an artist meditation, and to have us think about how songs are built and how they could work for us in any of the work you're doing all the time. I feel it deep. If you're the leader, you could say, I feel it deep, and everybody could sing back, deep. I feel it down. You're cueing them, and you'd all scream back, down. And then we put it together. I feel it deep down in my soul. We all get that line together. I feel it deep, deep. I feel it down, down. I feel it deep down in my soul. And so then we say, all right, but now we got our voices and our breath working, but our bodies, we have to take it to the next level and say, what is it that we could then create the movement or the gift or the intensity through our bodies. And so often we'll go with our first rough draft, and it's like, I feel it deep, and we're going to go there. I feel it down. And then from there, what do you got to work with? But I feel it bubbling up. I feel it deep down in my soul. I mean, that would be the first rough draft. And so I feel it deep, deep. I feel it down, down. I feel it deep down in my soul. I feel it deep, deep. I feel it down, down. I feel it deep down in my soul. And of course, this is just an idea. Everybody gets to make up their own. You all get to do that. It's just that sometimes we all have to start together before we start branching into everybody having, oh, I could do this. Because then you start thinking, I feel it deep, but where? I feel it deep. So then it changes the meaning, and it changes where we're going with this, the chant. I feel it deep, deep. I feel it down, down. And we're talking about something different now. I feel it deep down in my soul. I feel it deep, deep. I feel it down, down. I feel it deep down in my soul. And so then I just play with this silly 8 words. I feel it where the depth is. We could start telling the story there in some way. I feel it deep, deep. I feel it down, down. I feel it deep down in my soul. Now I feel it deep, deep. I feel it down, down. I feel it deep down in my soul. So we're just imagining how the story can change and how the story can be told. You could change it seasonally. You could change it the day of the week. You could change it for the group you were working with. If you were doing it with 5-year-olds, what are they going to come up with? If you're doing it with 80-year-olds, what are they going to come up with? If you're doing it with teenagers, what are they going to come up with? And I can assure you, every one of them will have different ones. And so then, because it's such a simple song and it's got the wordplay in it, then we can just take the middle 2 words deep down and switch them out. I feel it here, here. I feel it there, there. I feel it here, there in my soul. I feel it here. I feel it there, there. I feel it here, there in my soul. But where else could it be? I feel it here, here. I feel it there, there. I feel it here, there in my soul. I feel it here, here. I feel it there, there. I feel it here, there in my soul. That's enough. Just to open us up with our voice and our breath, and then to start imagining how do we take a simple chant of 8 words, a few notes, and play with it enough to then open it up for the community to start using their body, their voice, and their breath to allow them to become a part of this chant in a new way. I think we move on to Carolyn.
Thank you, Michael. And so we have joined together today in a virtual circle. We've opened our conscious connection to our Creator, and we've honored the sacred directions. We've been enlivened and embodied by body prayer, and now we come to a chance for each of us to start where we are, to name what is present for us right now in this moment. And so it's like looking at an ecosystem within ourselves and noticing what is active within you right now. Sometimes when we worship others, we're expected to show up in a certain way, but what we want is just show up where we are right now. And so take a moment of stillness and turn inside yourself, and let's determine where are we today? What are we bringing today into our circle? We'll be sharing our responses to each of the paths aloud, or actually through chat, and pausing briefly to allow everyone to put in their responses in the chat, and some of them will be read aloud. We do ask that you're respectful from what you learn from others and to hold confidentiality to our circle. And so now, what has moved you this week to a place of awe or wonder? This is a place where you can mention the joy of celebration and honoring others who are being strengthened by awe and wonder of gratitude. So please take a moment of silence to think about where you've had awe. Easter is a great day to be thinking about awe, isn't it? So this is a perfect moment for us to talk about this. And put your comments in the chat box.
I feel the joy of love and life in my soul. The bluebells came back up last week, and the bluebirds came back to the feeder. Birds of paradise flowers everywhere around the house. Celebrating resurrection allows for self-renewal and transformation. So many amazing souls working to make change brings joy and hope to us all, the beauty of all sentient beings. The pink native red buds. Looking out my window and see wonderful trees, and I'm in awe of teeming life in all nature.
And so now, where have you experienced loss, darkness, letting go, or things that you don't understand in the past month or week, or even the past day or hour? This is also a place to mention any grief, sadness, regret, or loss of others that is stirring your heart. Again, just place your comments in the chat box.
So much grief with loss of life. Monies towards war, not health, not well-being. So very sad. Grief for loss of what USA used to be. This paragraph stopped me and I read it to others in my house. Something quantum thought intuited long ago that nothing exists independently. Everything participates in everything else, not metaphorically, structurally. Every actor affects and is affected. Every intervention enters a field of reciprocal consequences. Every human system is nested inside larger systems that we do not negotiate with ideology. Fear of all the evil enterprises in our world today. My younger brother's unexpected cancer diagnosis, so worried about his chances, his treatment. I watched my friend die.
In the midst of so much death, in the midst of so much destruction, it is sometimes hard to figure out where we belong and what we should be doing. But in fact, it is just such an amazing opportunity for us to be called out to give birth to new creations or to expand our creativity. And so now we ask that you name one or two places where you have been called to give birth to new things, to expand your own creativity. And it's also a great place to mention others who are expressing their creativity and express your support for them.
Is this where we want to type things or talk things?
If you prefer to talk, you can, Suzanne, or you can type in the chat. Why don't you share what you'd like?
Well, I actually started something that I prefer to explain it to you. My overall my overall intention is how can we get some kind of system change fast, like today. I'm very nervous about that terrible person running this country. I don't know why the powers that be are so passive about letting him continue. However, so here's what I just did this week. I've noticed that there are some plans for the future, like how would the world run once we take seriously the trouble we're in and we become much more community minded. Big cities are not going to be it anymore. We've got to be more connected in lower tech kind of ways. I mean, it's such a radical change that we need. And how's that going to happen? We don't have any leaders. You know, how do we make it? Has to be the people. And so I think about that. How does that happen? And so one of the things I did this week, I write on Substack, and I not only write my own ideas, I include things of other people's that I found that week. And then sometimes I take whole posts of people and I send that whole post. It's called Cross Connect on Substack, cross post. And then I send that whole piece to all of the people on my mailing list. And out of all of that, I took the people who have these plans for the future. There's about 8 of them. Really elaborate ideas for how the world could run. And my thought was, we're moving into a time when we've got to come off our siloed existences where we're all on soapboxes talking to customers or audiences. We've got to, think together. And so I took these people who have future designs and I said, hey, you guys, how about you compare notes and see if we can get somewhere, show each other what your ideas are. And that's what we're in the process of. who knows how to get where we need to go, but you do what you can, as they say, everybody do what you can. So there's a little something I'm doing. Maybe it's a big something. But that is something that, trying to get things moving, trying to get things off of, oh, how terrible it is, to, well, what are we going to do about it, So, okay, that's my share.
Suzanne,
Yes.
that's amazing. Thank you. Thank you. And from the chat, Matthew Fox and his continued unending energy to assist us with the great turning. And started teaching a workshop on spiritual literacy, finding the sacred in everyday life, and hearing ideas from others where to go with our green group at church. And working for the Care for Creation team at our parish, had a successful meeting with our new cardinal. And live in alignment with the flow of life, relinquish control, renounce what does not serve me and others. We are all leaders. I have created multiple services this week, both here and at my UU church, and engaging in a writing project which includes listening deeply and being open to Spirit's promptings of what and how to share.
Wow. With so much in our circle, you can just imagine the potential for us as a species to help and assist with this turning for the benefit of Earth and the entire biosphere.
Mm.
And so now, often our creativity does help to work in a way of transforming the society around us. And so now this is a time in which we want to mention transformation that is taking place in ourselves, our culture, our earth, and our social institutions. It's also a place to name and remember the transformers who've inspired you.
Pioneers Conference 37 met in Berkeley last week. So impressed with Pioneers and the valuable work they are doing. My big personal movement I urge everybody to make. Great tip. Every single thing we do in this life should come from love. Every action, every statement, the hardest thing you have to do. Can you do it with love and not anger, fear, greed? Most business decisions come from fear and greed. Can you make that exact same decision but from a place of love? That's from Raj Sisodia in 8 minutes of his remarks on a panel about human energy. Honor to Jeremy Taylor and Larry Edwards and Matthew Fox. We are all co-creators with Source. Look for opportunities, as so many here are doing. Our former minister took our all-faith message of inclusiveness to the 26 congregations in England, and now he will be taking our all-faith vision to a new congregation in Massachusetts, transforming worldviews. Writing one thank you note to the person each week who gave you hope and joy. People connecting like never before. No Kings organizers, indivisible, etc. Took part in No Kings protest with one sign that said world community under attack by Trump mafia. My husband's real Christian nationalism is not Christian. Smile more, look in people's eyes.
And so now let's just move in together to a place of communal prayer. As we gather together, We have offered our hopes, our awe, and our wonder. We have offered our griefs, our worries, and our concerns. We've offered our creativity and our joy for the creativity of others around us. And we've offered our energy for transformation and our support for those transformers amongst us, both human and in the more than human world. We now honor them by giving them to our Creator and the Creator that lives within us all. Aho. Amen. And now, back to you, Michael.
Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, community. So the other place for source of ideas for a chant would be like, what is our focus for today? And so we said it is through the work of spiritual practice that we find our deep and true selves. Arts of meditation and silence cultivate a clarity of mind and move beyond fear into compassion and community. And so I was looking for the one-syllable words that would fit in our song. Again, I'm just showing you as an artist meditation how my heart mind works. And so then we see, well, what words could we pick out of that? So I chose the word work. And so then this came. I feel it work, work. I feel it play, play. I feel it work, play in my soul. Together. I feel it work, work. I feel it play, play. I feel it work, play in my soul. And then you have to make up a gesture to go with that. I feel it work, work. I feel it play, play. I feel it work, play in my soul. I feel it work, work. I feel it play, play. I feel it work, play in my soul. So then I noticed the word true, and I got interested in that word true. I know it grew. I'm going to, well, see what I did? I already changed another part of it. Instead of doing I feel it, I could say, I know it's true, true. I know it grew. I know it grew true in my soul. And of course, I want to change it to heart. I knew. So you can just change one word anywhere you want. But all of a sudden, let's keep it simple so that we just, I know it grew. I know it's true. I know it grew true in my soul. I know it grew. I know it's true. I know it grew true in my soul. Now you got to put up a word with it about growing and being true. I know it grew. I know it's true. I know it grew true in my soul. I know it grew. I know it true. I know it grew true in my soul. So I was then thinking about the words move beyond the mind. And so it's like, it's in my mind, it's in my heart, I greet down in my soul. I know, let's see if I can think of a cleaner way to do that part. See, it's all about the process. I feel in mind. No, I feel doesn't right. It's in my mind. It's in my heart. It's in my mind, heart, in my soul. It's in my mind. It's in my heart. It's in my mind, heart, in my soul. So then you got to put gestures with it. It's in my mind. It's in my heart. It's in my mind, heart, in my soul. It's in my mind. It's in my heart. It's in my mind, heart, in my soul. And so the reason I took this time today to think about this with you as an artist meditation practice is because there was a complaint that we don't have very good songs at these protest marches. And so hopefully this is like some simple things that we can do to get our protest marches or our songs better and clearer and easier at the protest marches so everybody can enter into the body prayer of what they're really doing. Patty, you want to take us into content? If not, Mel will jump in.
Oh, Michael, thank you so much. I am just so thrilled that we'll be able to, that we have Mel with us. And I just wanted to remind folks, this is like this gathering, the recordings that we have from the gathering of 2025 are all available on the Creation Spirituality Community's website, so you can see them again. That we are going to have another gathering, virtual and in person this time in St. Louis in October. So, and we're hoping that Mel will be able to even do more for us. But this time, let's review Mel's fabulous presentation to us.
This evening, next we're going to hear from Mel Bricker. Mel is an emeritus board member of Creation Spiritualities and Spirituality Communities. He focused on issues of hunger, spirituality, and healing prayer as a United Methodist member before moving to California to study with Matthew Fox. In California, he became Fox's personal assistant and co-director of the Doctor of Ministry program at the University of Creation Spirituality. He is a founding board member of CSC. He does spiritual companioning, and he connects to nature through his garden and through immersing his hands in clay as he creates ceramic vessels. He lives with his husband, Paul, in Walnut Creek, California. Mel, I am flipping through all our participants. There, I found you, Mel. I'm going to spotlight you right here. It is a gift to see you, Mel. Take it away.
Get on mute here. So it's so good to see you too, and to be with everybody who's gathered here. I want to invite you to make sure that you are still on mute, because there are times when we're going to sing, and Roxanne Schuler will be leading us and joining as you feel ready to do so. Let's see, something going on here. Do all these messages? Okay. What are all these messages? Anyway, I would invite you to be comfortably alert. Be aware of your breath. Breathe in the breath of life in many forms. As we breathe deeply, we contemplate the path of the four paths of creation, spirituality, image, and word. Welcome to the cosmos, in and of which we are co-creating participants. Gazing into its depths, our consciousness and our imaginations expand. Our hearts swell with appreciation as we are awed by the beauty, the gifts of life, the joy of being a part of it all. Today we know through the news story told by Brian Swin and others that in terms of the universe's development, we humans are not only economic, religious, or political beings. At the most fundamental level, we are also cosmological beings. As the universe unfolded, stars were born, stars exploded, the elements of who we would become were born. When all was just right on Earth, humans came into being. We carry the cosmogenesis of the universe in our bodies, minds, and hearts. When all was just right on Earth, humans came upon the scene. As has been said, we are made of star stuff. Roxanne will lead us in a song for this.
Hi, First, this song is called I Am a Light by Alexa Sunshine Rose. I'm going to sing to you so you see how the song goes, but also while I'm singing, see if you can really feel the expansiveness of being a cosmological being. It goes like this. You are a light, you are a shining star, you are a gift to the earth from above. You are a light, you are a shining star, you are love. And now we're going to sing it as I am a light, I am a shining star. And let's sing it that it's a repeat after me song. So I'll sing a line and then we'll sing that line together and we'll go through the song that way. So, I am a light, now you. I am a light, I am a shining star, I am a shining star, I am a gift to the earth from above, I am a gift to the earth from above. I am a light, I am a light, I am a shining star, I am a shining star, I am love, I am love. Now let's sing it straight through without the repeat after me. I am a light, I am a shining star, I am a gift to the earth from above. I am a light, I am a shining star, I am love. And that last line there, I am love. And now let's expand that consciousness, now that we believe in our cosmological being, out to all beings. And we include ourselves by singing, we are lights. All right? We are lights. We are shining stars. We are gifts to the earth from above. We are lights. We are shining stars. We are love. We are lights. We are shining stars. We are gifts to the earth from above. We are lights, we are shining stars, we are love.
In that light and love, as we journey, we are awed, we are joyful, we inhale the beauty, we become aware of Creator and all. We do what Matthew Fox identifies as the creation spirituality commandment of this path, which characterizes it. We fall in love 3 times a day. How have you fallen in love today? Gratitude for creation dwells in our souls. Our hands are raised in a prayer of thanksgiving. It is well with our souls. We also seek to be attuned to the interconnection of all things. We want Earth to survive, and all people and all creatures. Immersed in spirit, we are empowered to be compassionate as our Creator is compassionate. In the midst of that compassion, we are also aware of woundedness. Our souls are sometimes unsettled, sorrowful. We experience the second path of via negativa. Today we are conscious of the litany of pain which Matthew Fox recites in Coming the Cosmic Christ, a book that still speaks prophetically to our time. But the earth is dying. The mystical brain is dying. Wisdom is dying. Youth are dying. Native peoples, their religion and cultures are dying. Compassion is dying. And if that is not enough, there are all the fears, from people disappearing into the prisons without due process, attacks in order to silence dissent, retribution as an operating principle, reckless dismantling of lifelines, denying assistance to the hunger, authoritarianism, the specter of Christian nationalism. gun violence, us versus them, and issues unique to each of us. What engages you today in the Via Negativa? It is so much. We can seek to flee the ancillary dark influences. We can live in a cocoon, yet the Via Negativa is a way of navigating it all. As Matt says, the second commandment is dare the darkness. With courage, we let pain be pain speak to us. We learn from it. We are attuned to the strength of and trust in spirit in the midst of it. Pausing, listening is opportunity to move into the depths where the divine can be encountered, where a wisdom unfolds for us. One dynamic is letting go of thoughts, of distractions, of images, of words, of ego, emptying. Sink into the silence, letting go. We hear the wisdom of the psalmist, be still and know I am. Know I am as healing presence. Be centered in I am as the focus of trust. In the midst of fears, we are bathed in creative love. We enter into awareness that we are not alone. Spirit works often in silence to reassure and encourage us. Spirit renews our truth. We can be open to new possibilities. We can let go into nurturing, being more fully embodied as the presence of compassion. Richard Rohr writes, when we go into the full depths and depth of anything, we can come out the other side transformed, more alive, more open, more forgiving of ourselves and others. In silence, we can awaken to tap into the richness of the wholeness of our being. We can tap into our intuitiveness, into the expression of the artist in each of us. We can embark upon the third path, the Via Creativa, the commandment for this path. Do not be reluctant to give birth. In exploring the dynamics of this path, Fox writes, to give birth is the creator's realm, the work of co-creation. As we assist nature and history in carrying on the creativity of the universe and bringing even more awe into the world. We express our creativity in writing, reflection, musing on possibilities, putting brush to canvas, kneading clay, dancing, engaging in ritual, making music, walking, running. To whatever creative enterprises you are allured. Through those and other ways, we can be in touch with visions of what might be. Creativity is a way of expressing what we have come to know by falling in love 3 times a day and daring the dark. It is an opportunity to be in touch with a child within, the playful side of ourselves, the unhesitant curiosity and the mystic within each of us, aware of the plentiful gifts of life in which we bask, attuned to the needs for care and exploring new insights, new notions, the birthing of love in the depths of our authentic being, we are moved to engage in the fourth commandment of the Via Transformativa. Be transforming, passionate as your creator is compassionate. Prophetic voices call us to pay attention on the chaos, to seek resources of heart, mind, and spirit to engage for the goodness of life for all. Our awareness of the interconnectedness and interdependence of life is heightened. When others are troubled, we are empathetic. We offer heart offerings. We rejoice in solidarity for justice. We bring hope. We heal. What happens to another, whether it be joy or sorrow, happens to me. Eckhart. quoted by Fox. So we seek to be the well-being, so we seek the well-being of others, of creatures, of nature, and yes, even the cosmos. We imagine more connected and mutually supportive ways of being. We seek to be the community of the kingdom, the divine, the great mystery, the one, the creator, the all, God, or as Einstein said, through my pursuit in science, I have known cosmic religious feelings. What path or paths are you engaged on today? Know that wherever you are born each moment in the love which enfolds you, energizes you, fills you with light and compassion. As we move into our time together, we are aware of one another. Each of us here is a center of light and love. We pray the best for this community and the Earth community. Well, let us sing a song of blessing to all gathered and beyond.
I would like to begin by singing this song as a blessing for you, to you, and then we're going to extend it to each other and then out into the cosmos and all beings. So let me sing to you first. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on. And now if we can look around, if you want to put your view, let's see, on side-by-side gallery, so we can look at different faces and bless. If you don't feel like singing, please say the words as a blessing as we go along, as I'm singing it. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on. And now we send it out to our neighborhoods, the world, all creatures, the cosmos. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on.
Peace, blessing, goodwill for all.
Thank y'all so much. So now we're going to take a few minutes in breakout rooms. We're going to get into small group this evening.
I think Mel has sent some photographs to Lori, and he'll comment. You need to unmute, Mel. He'll comment on these photos, and then we'll break into a discussion of that wonderful presentation. Thank you again, Mel, for that. That's beautiful.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Well, one of my artist meditation experiences over the last, 10 years or more has been working with ceramics. I feel so fortunate to be able to do that. And we have I live in a community, a retirement community, about 10,000 people. So it's a little town, and we have a wonderful, wonderful studio. And I chose some pieces that really did come out of contemplation and meditation. This is an arrangement of candles. The candlesticks are what I made as ceramics. And it grew out of, it grew out. I belong to an art group, and we pass things on, then we get inspiration. And what had been passed on to me was very dark, but with a lot of light in it. I was so impressed by that through the darkness, light was coming. And this has been last year, and a part of my journey has been dealing with, the awfulness of it. And so I wanted to make a statement, sort of. And the candlesticks are black, representing in a way the darkness, but also they all what Brian Swim calls the all-nourishing abyss, out of which everything comes. And then you'll notice the top is white, which is the light. The light. The creators love light. And then the candles are the hues of the light, the different colors of the light. And it is a statement of diversity, it's a celebration of diversity. And so it was, as I did the whole thing, I just really, I was really committed to getting these candlesticks done, because I wanted to put this out and have it say what it was saying. Anyway, it was a very good experience. You can go to the next one. Next slide, Lori. Okay. I made lots of flower pots. That was what I was doing a lot of, because I like to make interesting ones. But then I've came to a point where I started doing what I call my improvisations, in which I really try to be attuned to the clay. I try to be attuned to spirit and just let evolve what evolves. And there's been some very interesting things that have evolved. And somebody will say, how did you do that? You can never do that with coils. And in this one, I was experimenting with coils to see how I just made a free form base. And then I started putting the coils. I wanted to see how they moved inward. And as they moved inward and moved up, they began looking like a volcano. We'd been to Costa Rica not long before, and the Arenal volcano. And so I thought, oh, that's what this is going to be. And then as I got along, all of a sudden, there was this inspiration that this looked like a Sufi dancer. So I put a man on the top, and he's my dancing man. And his hands are outstretched to say, welcome, kind of give you a hug, praise, Thanksgiving. And it became I really became engaged with it. It's just on my bookshelf, and I look over at it from my chair. And especially during the time when it was made, I needed it very much, because I'd been going through a long time of transition, some of which was a bit difficult. There were times after the inauguration that I was so deeply sad. I was so sad. I didn't know if I would survive. And I felt some disconnectedness. I know it's in the world, but I didn't know what my world was anymore. And I even felt a bit distant from my husband. I mean, I knew I was connected and I love him deeply, but it was this disconnection, and it was rather difficult. So I would look at the green, I would look at the dancing man. And this would remind me that we are embraced by love all the time, through it all. And so it's just an example of how something we create can take on a lot of meaning as we relate to it. Okay, the next one, the next slide, Lori. After the Green Man, I sensed I was to do a Tree of Life. I've always appreciated its meaning, and it had some beautiful versions. And I didn't know what I was going to do, but I just made the circle first of all. There's nothing behind that. There's no clay behind there. And this was an issue because all of the pieces, it was very fragile. And so the pieces, you couldn't pick it up. It was so fragile. And it broke many times. And as I was doing it, though, I would let the clay speak to me about just, I would have a branch. I wanted to put it somewhere, but it wanted to go somewhere else. And so I listened to it, and that's what we did. And then, there were some times it was wonderful. So there were a lot of it, but then what it became for me was like a sand painting. And I decided it's the process. It's not the end product. And so I'm going to do it for the process. And if it all falls apart in the end, that's just fine. And it was so fragile that you work on bats, on wooden bats, work on the clay on wooden bats and carry it around. And you couldn't take it off the bat to put it in the kiln. So we had to slide it from the bat to the kiln shelf, and same way getting it off. And then it came out after 2 firings. It finally came out, and then of course bringing it home, it broke a little bit. So we pasted it together again, and I put it on a cardboard, a yellow stiff cardboard backing, in order to preserve it. And the yellow really brought the colors out. I wasn't sure about that, but so it was really contemplation, meditation all the time. Okay, the next one. And this is where I am right now. I've made some snakes, and I decided there was time to make a big snake. So this snake is about 5 feet long. I can't put it in the kiln that way. I have to do it in sections. You see the sections. Then when it's all done, I just today finished putting a clear glaze. It came beautifully out of the first firing. And today was putting clear glaze on it so it'll come out shiny and do the final firing process. The next slide. This was a close-up of the head because I wanted to see the pattern. I started etching. This is done, it's called sgraffito. You put a layer of underglaze on, and then you take a tool and you etch it. You etch it into it. And so these are all etched in. And this is a long snake, so there was a lot of etching. And in the process, when I come home, I'd close my eyes and I'd see this shape. And the shape came up in my dreams, and then I noticed it in one of my sweaters, and then I noticed it in a carpet somewhere I was. And I thought, I think this is trying to tell me something. I think I better look this up. And when I looked up the meaning of the diamond, oh my goodness, shape, it kind of blew me away. Because here's what it means. The strength and resilience of the diamond speaks to our capacity to withstand challenges and emerge stronger. And this was really reassurance washing over me. It was like, oh my goodness, this trend. I'm pretty much through the transition. I feel all connected again, and I feel very much at home. And I've got my energy has improved tremendously. And so I really sensed that with this when I looked at that. Oh, I really am there. Then the diamonds are formed under immense pressure and symbolize the transformational process of growth. Well, this was so reassuring because I realized I was on track in what I was doing. And this is a new phase of awareness. I'm in this new phase of awareness. One of the things I'm aware of is I'm really much more attuned to great mystery, to love's created light in everything. It's just been a real deepening, and I felt a real assurance about that. Then it also represents universal love and connectedness. So and as I said, I felt this connectedness coming again. And it reassured me that even when I was questioning the connections, that we were all still one. So I really appreciate, as I started etching, I celebrated that as I was etching. That this connectedness is there, and that's a part of, what's been blowing apart right now. And then the diamond represents the capacity to love unconditionally and fosters a sense of unity with all beings. And the racism and the demeaning of immigrants and the attacks in our nation's history, wanting to change it, all of that was really troubling me a lot. And it's so opposite of my understanding of the kingdom, which Jesus had mentioned. And this reminded me that this is the kingdom of God, the unity, the sharing of heart and soul together. So I'm really appreciative of becoming more aware of and focused and articulate about my spiritual experiences. I'm writing some essays, and I'm going to put them in a little booklet and share them with people in the studio. And I told one of the people that I never ever discussed anything like this with, that I was going to do this, and she says, "Oh, wonderful! You're going to write about what we are feeling." So the studio is a place for many people to experience artist meditation. Thank you. That's it.
Mel, this is so inspiring. Maybe some of the artists who are with us, Suzanne has already started to share in a way, the way she's using her Substack to try to unite people who maybe were not necessarily looking at each other's insights and so forth. This is a way of sharing. And perhaps Marilyn or Sylvia might be able to share some way that they see a correlation between their own practices and action. Let's see. Marilyn. I don't know if Marilyn is still with it, or maybe she had to drop off. Oh, there's Marilyn. Yes, Marilyn.
Oh, hi. I would just like to offer one thing. I used to be one of those people that wanted to change the world. Okay. So I was politically active for 50 plus years. I became an attorney. I wanted to change the systems. Like I forgot the woman that spoke earlier. Yes, I was impatient. I wanted to change it now, during my lifetime, right now. I don't want to see any more suffering. We can have a better world. But you know, the one thing that impacted me the most, especially now at this elder age, was a comment by the Dalai Lama, who said, do what you can in this world during your lifetime to improve the world, right? I'm paraphrasing. Do what you can and don't expect it to be realized during your lifetime. Okay? So you do what you can. You do the good while you are here. It will have an impact. It will have ripple effect. You will influence the future. That is karma. Okay, so now I kind of focus on me, and I used to be a very angry activist, and now I realize that's not going to change anybody. So I try to become what I want to see in the world, right? Wasn't that Gandhi who said that? Become what you want to see in the world. Become a peaceful, loving, caring, kind human being. And you will be surprised how many people feel your energy and are affected by it. That's what I have to offer.
Oh, thank you so much, Marilyn. Yeah. Suzanne or Sylvia?
Actually, I would like to say something. We're all different. And what I notice is as I get old, I can't believe I'm old. I'm young. How can I be old? But I am. And the older I get, the bolder I get. I think, okay, I don't have that much time. I got to deliver my goods now or never. And it just makes me more confident that, or less fearful that somebody's going to say, "Who do you think you are?" I don't expect that I have this great power, but I act as if it can matter. What I do can matter. But I'm telling you, I would never have done some of the things I do now 20 years ago, I shock myself sometimes by just how outrageous I am.
That's wonderful, Suzanne. Sylvia, that's a great insight.
I like that, Suzanne. That's very good. Very good. As I get older, I get bolder. I have to remind myself of that. Yeah. I like also, I go to NIH protesting the cuts to healthcare every Saturday morning. And I saw a woman there on Saturday making little, about this size, I don't know if you can see this, little things that you wear. I myself have done a little Blue Planet pin that I wear. And what I'm saying is that these things that you might wear, these messages, then people notice, some people might notice, and then a conversation happens. And I think that's an interesting way of being a little bolder, bringing someone into your sphere. And a communication of various kinds, I think, is important. It's good that you are within yourself, feeling your own energy, but then to somehow communicate with others, I think that's important too.
Yeah. Yeah. I can share my my good trouble shirt.
That's right. Yeah, that's another thing. I
Sure.
created a whole meeting of women one morning because I walked into the place wearing that shirt, and they all went in that direction. What they had done for good trouble. John Lewis, of course. Yeah, it's a way of communicating.
Right. And I think it is important to also emphasize whatever the actions are, what Marilyn is talking about is it has to be, and Mel as well, it has to be from a heart that is connected in a loving way to the energy. The energy has to be a loving energy. And if it's loving, it'll be creative. If it's creative, it has a chance to make a difference, to last. Michael, did you want to add something?
I think I'm fed. Thank you all. And the gift of Mel's work and the gift of our interactions today is to say, how can we be more creative and more loving?
Yeah.
I'd like to share a thought that came up to me while we were talking about all this, while Mel was talking about his creation. The Jewish philosophy that you don't harvest or pick the fruit from a tree for the first 7 years. You plant a tree and it's for the future, it's for the next generation, but you still do it, even though it's not for yourself.
Mm. Yeah. Mm. So I think we can move on, Lori. This is just a little reminder that with a little note from our sponsors. Any donations that you can make to Creation Spirituality Communities are most gratefully received. And there's the website you can donate to, and also there's a way for people who have to write checks to also write checks. And the other donation is of your time and talent, for example, to help put on the first Sundays. If you have a particular interest or you think you could make a contribution, we would be very, 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 very happy to join you in on the planning session, which we have on the second Wednesday of the month generally. But you can email any one of us, let us know, you can put it in the chat, that if you would be willing to work on the presentation for like next month, May. If May doesn't work, June. If June doesn't work, July, whenever it would work for you. Because the contributions of the members are really very precious. It really cements the fact that we are community.
At this time, we will close ourselves out by blessing each other and extinguishing our candle and sending each other forth. So please make sure you're in gallery view so that you can see everyone present. Place your hands over your heart or any other part of your body that needs healing or attention. And while on mute, please repeat this blessing after me. The truth of my being is as radiant as a star. The love within me is stronger than any other force in the universe. I am a beloved blessing of the Creator. Aho, blessed be. Amen. And now at this time, you want to unmute yourself. Take one of your hands and place it out so that you can bless everyone else in this gathering, and keep one on your heart or wherever else you placed it, and repeat after me. The truth of your being is as radiant as a star.
The truth of your being is as radiant
as a star. The love within you is stronger than any other force in the universe.
The love within you is as strong as any
other
force in the universe.
You are a beloved blessing of the Creator.
You are a loving blessing of the Creator. Oh, blessed be. Amen.
Amen. Okay, we're going to take a moment now as we come to the end of our time together. Take your candle, transfer the light from your candle to your heart, and also send it forth to everyone else to bless those who need blessings. And now extinguish your flame even as our connection continues in spirit. Okay. Then we just usually have a couple of announcements. I think Patty might want to say something about our upcoming gathering in the fall.
Yes, I mentioned it briefly. You will be getting a notice soon with a save the date. October 30th, 31st, and November 1st. We'll be in St. Louis at the Mercy Center. And it'll be Friday night, all day Saturday, and half day Sunday. And we would love for you to join us there. And also, we will have it online as we had the gathering in June. And Matthew Fox and Brian Swim have already agreed that they will join us, at least by live stream. And so we hope to have a cosmological energy. And the theme is Defiant Love, Nurturing Resilient Communities. So I think it kind of relates to the sentiments that I heard tonight, and you'll be able to join us.
Thank you, Patty. We also have on our webpage, the Creation Spirituality webpage, you can go there to find the calendar where it will give you dates and times for all of the events that we have going on throughout the month, such as Song Paths. That was Roxanne that you heard singing earlier. She does that Song Paths on Tuesday nights. First Thursdays has different things, and we have communities of practice once a month also. So these are all things that you can go on to the website and find out more about if you'd like to attend any of them. So thank you all for all of that. And I think we are done.
Okay.
Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you, Mel.
Thank you,
Mel.
Mel.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you for the opportunity of sharing. I really appreciated it.
Well,
Thank
it
you.
was very rich. Thank you so much. I
Mm.
really appreciate it.
Always good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Sylvia, so glad you made it. Yeah, really.
Yes. Too bad we don't have second Sundays so you
I
can attend more
know.
often.
We do.
Morning, Lori.
Good to see you, Sylvia. Sorry about your loss.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. Oh, God. Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's
Sad.
sad.
And Mel, I love the video. This was the third or fourth, maybe more time that I have listened to it, but I've enjoyed it thoroughly every time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Lori, turn off recording.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Good to see you,
Yeah,
Sylvia.
bye. Well,
Love to
bye.